Good morning, guys, and happy Friday. We're starting this vlog out at the end of the week, and we're going to go into the weekend as well. So I've got, I wouldn't say an exciting few days, just mundane stuff, but I thought it'd be good to bring you guys along. It is kind of not jam-packed, but there is stuff happening. I'm going to the psych tonight. I want to head down to the beach to watch the sunset and just have some me time. Saturday, we are heading to the shops, trying to finish the house project off to Sunday, markets, all of the things. There is some exciting things happening. So yeah, I thought I would bring you along. But as you've seen this morning, gotten ready, gone to the gym. I actually didn't film too much of it. There was weirdly not many people in the gym, but like everyone in the same spot. So there was people like coming and going where I was trying to work out, and it just like did not work. I filmed one thing, which I'll put up on the screen, which was my dumbbell reverse lunges, but I'm also going to pop up on the screen the rest of the workout as well. That was my final one for the week. It is so good to see. I am so much more recovered than last week. Nowhere near as sore, still a little bit here and there, but I think today's session will probably be the one that I've pulled up worst from. It is mostly entirely glutes with a little bit of quads and hammies in there. And then that is it for training for the week, which again blows my mind. Now I'm down to 4 sessions because it just goes so quickly, and you get to the weekend and you're like, wow, all done, nothing else to do. It's nice and chill, but also able to push myself a little bit more in those sessions. So I'm excited to get back to that point where I can start pushing myself. Otherwise, as I said today, I have a psych appointment this afternoon, which means I finish work at like 1:30 maybe, so only a half day today, which is super exciting. It should be a little bit more of a chill work day, which is much needed because it's been just over 2 weeks since we've been back, and work, there's literally no words to describe it. It's not been busy. It's just been, I have been pulled in so many different directions, and so many things have happened in 2 weeks that I've seen since I've started the job, like honestly. So it just feels a little, I wouldn't even say deflating. I was literally cry laughing on Wednesday with how ridiculous the last 2 weeks have gone. So if that sums up my mental capacity towards work at the moment, or my thoughts about work at the moment, I don't know what does. So it'll be good to have a little bit more of a chill day. We're going into a little bit more of a busier few weeks with like committees I'm on and things like that. So it'll be good to kind of just have one day of chill before some hecticness starts. But I will bring you guys along for, as I said, the rest of the weekend here. I am about to get ready for the day. I have had my breakfast, just sat down and did that. I'm gonna go have a shower and get things ready, make a coffee on the way to work, all of the things. It is 8:14. So I know last week in the video I went through my morning routine. So we've got 15 minutes to shower, get ready. We've got 15 minutes to make a coffee, get my food together. And also today, a little bit different, I do need to get some things like a change of clothes and things like that to head to psychologist and then to the beach after as well. So I do need to make sure I pack a few more things today. So I've been chatting your ear off for too long. So let's get moving and get out this door. Good morning, guys. Happy Saturday. Welcome to another day. As you've seen this morning, I've been out on my usual Saturday morning routine, coming down to the beach, which I ended last night at pretty much the exact same spot. Getting takeaway coffee, going on about an hour just under today walk, and we are back in the car now. It is again another cold morning. I should have worn leggings or even like a puffer jacket or something, because you know when you're so cold, your ears are just like freezing, but you can't feel them anymore. And like listening to a podcast, it was just like painful in the end. So just warming up in the car before I head home now. But today, let's go over agenda. So we're going to do the food shopping this morning, going in to Karen up to do that just because Steph needs a haircut, and kill two birds with one stone, give him some accountability to get his haircut done as well. And then my daddy is going to come over at about 11. We're going to finish the floors off, thank God. They're like not bugging me anymore because like things are kind of back to normal, but they do need to get done, ticked off the to-do list. And then that's got to be done by 3 because he's got to head off. And then for the rest of the afternoon, I'm not too sure what we're going to do. I'll probably do some house reset things, washing, all the things that we normally do on the weekend anyway. And I do have some work to get done, hopefully today. If not tomorrow. I've also got a full, like a clear day to do it. And then just some chill time. I'm like tired this morning, but also I think I'm just like mentally drained from yesterday, which actually, to be honest, we can chat about now because I didn't talk last night. I did plan to, but it took me 35 minutes to get home instead of 20 last night because of traffic. So yesterday was my 3rd psychologist appointment, which is something that I've always wanted to do, but I don't know, there's never really a right time. And I was okay, like I'm fine. It was just recognizing that there was more work I could do, and the things that I know that are happening for me in the future, things are going to come up more that I need help with. So before the wedding, I was like, look, getting my life together before the wedding anyway. Let's just add another thing to the plate. So I had one session before the wedding, about 2 weeks before, which was super, super helpful in making sure I not was prepared, but just helping deal with some of the things that may have come up at the wedding for me, which they didn't, which was always super positive. And then had another session pretty much the day we got back from Japan, which I think I kind of touched on in one of my vlogs, that I was at least going to it. That was more probably just her getting to know me a bit more. It's been like very slow progress in some way, shape or form. I feel like we probably didn't get that much out of that session, except for, as I said, her getting to know me a little bit more. And then this week was probably like one of the best ones I've had. Probably cried a lot less than I have in the last couple, but really came out with... There was one sentence she said at the end of the session, and she wrote it down so we could touch on it next time. And it was something along the lines of safety related, which really just hit me. And as I was on my walk yesterday afternoon, I was really trying to reflect on it a little bit and get some more clarity towards it. But it'll be exciting to explore that because I think it sums up a lot of, not the things I've been feeling, but some of the things I've struggled with in the past and will probably struggle with in the future as well if I don't get on top of the why behind it and having tools to be able to deal with it when it comes up again. So it's been an interesting experience to say the least, but it's good. It's probably the best time for it because mentally I'm probably able to handle it the best, just considering the improvements I've made on myself, the stuff I've gone through in the past to get me to where I am now. Now is definitely the time to go through all that and probably like dig up the mud a little bit for my past. But that's a rundown. If you're interested in hearing that kind of stuff, if you relate to any of it, let me know. But I can definitely bring more of that in as I go through all of my appointments. Obviously, there's probably going to be a threshold in what I share with that as well, because a lot of it is just stuff that I've also never told anyone other than, like Steph, for example. So yeah, that is where we are at. I am going to head home now and get some breakfast. It is 7:42, so still nice and early. Get some breakfast, clean the house a little bit, and get this food shopping list going as well, because we haven't decided what we're going to do for meals next week too, so I need to get that sorted before we leave. And as usual, I'll take you along. Hello guys, happy Sunday. I honestly cannot remember off the top of my head if I have talked to you today, but it has been such a good day of just getting stuff done. If I did talk to you today, I'm gonna cut all of this out, but I went to a cafe first thing this morning as usual for a Sunday morning now, which I'm loving, just getting some business stuff done that I just need to do every single Sunday. But normally I just put it off because I don't have it like scheduled into my calendar, and I'm like, oh, I can do that later, and then Sunday gets away from me and I just never do it. So it's a good loop closing morning. And then came home, got Steph up, we went to the markets, so had a almond croissant, a juice, and then I just basically had to buy some bread for the week because I wanted to see if it was going to be cheaper than the supermarkets, if it's going to last better, be better than the supermarket ones. So it was really, really good to head down to those markets. I had actually never been, and they're not too far away from us as well. And then came home again and just chilled out for a little while, been doing some meal prep, done about 4 loads of washing or something like that. It's a good thing the sun is out because most of it is nearly dried. And then in between all of that business work, touching base with clients, all of the things there, it is now just before 5 and I really do need to get going because I'm about to go down to the beach. Normal Sunday afternoon / night tradition, go for a walk with a friend, watch the sunset, and then we'll be coming home, cooking dinner, and then basically we're into the next week, which is so scary to think this weekend has gone by that fast again. But as I said, I really do need to go, so let's head down to the beach for sunset.